Okay, so I got a few things in the mail today. Just some new stuff for the new computer we're building for some videos. Um, we got the Intel Core i3 2120, the Gigabyte HD 7850 for the graphics card. For the motherboard, we have an MSI B75MA-E33, and that's a micro ATX motherboard. For recording for the Xbox and PS3, we have the HD PVR2 from Hauppauge. That's how I'm assuming that's how you say that name. And I have the case. It's a Silverstone Grandia series GD05. It's actually a home theater PC case that's going to be for the TV cabinet, actually, so that we could record videos from the Xbox and the PS3 and put them directly on this computer and not have to have a tower sitting on the floor. I guess first I'll start with the case, so I will take stuff out of the box and then I'll be back. Okay, and here's the case in its full glory. Yeah, it's kind of a I'm not sure if you can see this on the video because it's just it's basically the Kodak version of the flip camera that I'm using right now. It's the only video camera we have. It has like a kind of a brushed look and feel on the front here. There's a power button, eject button if you put a disk drive right in there. This is the newest model of this case. Is the USB 3.0 jacks or plugins right here, and then there's the speaker and microphone jacks right in the front there for easy access. Basically, what's in here is just some. I think I open it like this. It's basically just the instructions. Has some like little zip tie type connectors and some screws, manual. That's pretty much it right there. Let's see. Oh, I'm bumping the tripod here. Okay, and I believe this takes a full-size ATX power supply. Then there's the expansion slots. There's 4 here and another one right here. So you can get like an extender cable from your motherboard to put one up here if you needed to. There's a couple spots for fans here. Another fan goes... No, actually I think that's just a vent. There's a fan goes right here too. Alright, open this bad boy up. Okay, to remove the top panel, there's a screw here, here, and here, and then you just kind of pry this thing off. It's in there really good. It kind of just locks into place and it just kind of pops out, lifts up and off. Then you have the inside, which is a little kind of strange, but with this type of PC, you really want stuff to be compact in there. You want the computer to be as small as possible, basically. So you want to remove this and this piece to get the motherboard in. I'll remove those real quick and be right back. And I'm back. There's 4 screws to get each of these things off. To get this side off, there's a screw right here, and there's a screw way over here, and on the side there's kind of these right in there. There's a screw there and there's a screw there, so it's probably best to use a magnetic screwdriver if possible. I was able to get them out using my fingernails, but I mean there's kind of a hole down in there, so it could probably kind of fall down and get stuck somewhere if you're not careful. And there's a screw here, and then 2 screws over here. So then these guys just pop right out. Alright, and we'll take a look at the inside. Let's see if I can get a better angle. I think I might have to stick with this here. A little closer. So it looks like they got a little sloppy with the paint there. There's some black on the inside of this. Kind of, you can see where they had taped the inside or something. But with this type of case, it doesn't matter too much, because really the only thing you're going to see is the front side, because you'll be putting it in a TV stand most likely. Kind of the nice thing with these is that all the three of the I believe they are maybe they're 120 millimeter fans. I think they're 120 millimeter fans. I'll have to look at that. Each of them come with filters, so it protects from dust. Kind of the bad thing though is if you want to replace the filters or clean them, you have to take everything out. You have to undo all those screws. You have to take those two pieces out that connect with the hard drives and the CD tray. But otherwise, it's kind of nice that they include those. Usually cases don't include filters that I've seen. So for the connectors on the inside, you have the USB 3.0. You have, this is HD audio apparently. Not sure what the difference is between that and regular audio. Okay, so you have USB 3.0 connector. You have the HD audio. And then you have, I guess that button up front was actually a reset switch. So there's reset and power. Then you have the power LED and the hard drive LED. From what I've read, the hard drive LED can get kind of annoying being kind of in front of you at all times. So I mean, you don't have to plug it in. You can just leave it out, and then you don't have to worry about that. Some people will say it's annoying. Some people might not mind it. They might have blinking lights all over their house. I don't know. Then you have the fan connectors. So these can plug in directly to your motherboard if you have the plugins for it. Otherwise, there is this connector that comes with the case. You can plug all three of those into this guy, and then you can plug that into your power supply. When I saw this thing, I was hoping that it'd be kind of one of those like flip out things when you eject the CD, but I guess it's not. It kind of clips in and out. I never really liked the look of like CD and DVD drives. They don't flow too well with how most cases look. I like it when they're hidden. But I probably won't be getting a Blu-ray or DVD drive or anything, 'cause I mean, if I want to watch a DVD or Blu-ray, I have a PlayStation 3 and an Xbox. So it's not necessary to me. I can't really get that in right now. I'll leave that for later. There's these little metal things for the motherboard already installed. I think these ones are for the micro ATX configuration. And let's see, if you don't use a CD drive, you can actually just leave this thing out. Then it'll get some better airflow in here, because this thing actually blocks part of this fan over here. So if you don't use anything and you don't really need it, you can just leave this guy out, pack it away somewhere in a box. Make sure you keep the screws. You can put a obviously disk drive. You can also install a hard drive, the 3.5-inch hard drive. And you just have these 4 holes to mount from the bottom, or I guess it's these ones, not these ones. I think you could mount a solid state drive on there somewhere, I think, but there's actually a better spot for that in the next piece. So here you have, I mean, this spot is probably ideal for a solid state drive. You could also mount the 3.5-inch drive in. I think actually maybe that might be the same spots for that too. These are a little close together. I'm not even really sure what this metal or this rubber thing is, but yeah. Then you have another spot over here for another hard drive. If you wanted to use a hard drive, you use a hard drive, or again, like I said earlier, there's a expansion slot there, so you could use that as well. I mean, and it's just, you just screw it in there. So really, realistically, you could probably fit 4 hard drives in this if you really wanted to squeeze stuff in. I mean, if you get a solid state drive, you could put that anywhere in here. Alright, I went and got one of my spare hard drives. So at first I thought one would go in like that, but then I realized that you can't plug anything in there. So this actually goes underneath like this and mounts in from above there. So if you actually put a CD drive in, you have to put the hard drive in first, or else you can't mount that there. If you don't use a CD drive, that means this is a good spot for a solid state drive. And then over here, that right there is mounts for a solid state drive. And then underneath you have these little rubber holes for preventing vibration. And I got it backwards. That goes in like that. So it sits like that inside the case. And then you have right here, oops, I believe, alright, so for some reason the end of the hard drive fits into this weird rubber end here. I'm really not sure what that is for, but attaches right through these, again probably to prevent the vibration, and it just goes in like that. Sits right above the power supply, so that might get a little hot, but there's also an air vent on the side there. I went ahead and mounted my old power supply in here I have laying around. It's just an old 550 watt power supply. This looks like it's about the size you would want to fit in this size of a case. I think if you had a really big one, it might interfere with having a hard drive in this area. But I mean, it can go up to here, which I think on Newegg it said it was 180 centimeters. I mean, I'll put all the details of it that I've gotten right or wrong on the in the description of the video. Obviously this one you won't want to be any longer because that thing down, the cords are on that side, and I mean it does fit if I flip it upside down, but then the fan is facing upwards and there's a nice little vent on the bottom for a power supply, and as you see, this sits off the ground, so there's some airflow. And there's also a filter on this too, which I didn't notice until now. So that's nice. There's 4 filters for the vents. So, I mean, you can get some pretty decent airflow going in here for how small it is. I mean, it's not. I mean, there's actually a model that's even smaller than this. It uses all low profile expansion slots. I decided to get the next bigger model because I didn't want to have to try to find a low profile graphics card. But I mean, you have these 3 spots here for fans that are they're stock, and then there's the 80mm spots right here for some extra airflow. I think that's about all I have to go over for this case. If you have any other questions, just leave a comment and I'll respond. I know a lot of people don't really like unboxing videos, but there are also a lot of people out there that like to see what they're buying before they buy it. And with today's age of getting everything off of Newegg and Amazon, you can't always see it in person and compare sizes. Eventually I'll post a video of the entire build I put together and show you how that all works. It kind of gives you an idea of the size and what you can do with the space that you're given. I think next I don't know, just pick something from the stack to go over.